you need to help you eat. PlayerProps.ai, this for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat, and to help you keep working out the system till you work out your position and your purse top commission. The perks you gotta listen help you curb the competition. Got them wishing that they had the app earlier. Surely, them haters try to catch some white stones, but this earlier. Load up the app, make my predictions and get the serving. The player prop predictor is sicker than having hernia. Betting trends like an elixir for pit, but it's just the PlayerProps.ai, this for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat. PlayerProps.ai, this for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat.
It's so hard, Chester.
This PlayerProps, yeah.
It's so hard, Chester.
Sit this PlayerProps, yeah. This PlayerProps on a mission, and with all these bets, we don't see competition. Money line the predictor is helping us get it. Team trends 1 or 2, yeah, you know it's exquisite. Join the score, yeah, you know what it is. The community thriving, we taking our time, just run us all up. It's the best with alignment, we do it with care, we ain't wasting a diamond. Getting this bread, educated, we betting the spread. Only if it makes sense, we ain't greedy opinion. We check our hand out, then we having our reasons. PlayerProps betting, but without the mutiny. This is what knowledge it means opportunity. Making deposits, that's nothing that's new to me. This one betting, we building up unity. This PlayerProps, yeah. We're running research. We running it up with every tool, you know in each perk. Show tested them waters, he helping you swim even if it's feet first. Knowledge strategies and all you need to help you eat your said this PlayerProps, yeah. We're running research. We running it up with every tool, you know in each perk. Show tested them waters, he helping you swim even if it's feet first. Hey, this is PlayerProps.ai, this for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat. PlayerProps.ai, this for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat, and to help you keep working out the system till you work out your position and your purse top commission. The perks you gotta listen help you curb the competition. Got them wishing that they had the app earlier. Surely, them haters try to catch some white stones, but this earlier. Load up the app, make my predictions and get the serving. The player prop predictor is sicker than having hernia. Betting trends like an elixir for pit, but it's just the PlayerProps.ai, this for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat. PlayerProps.ai, this for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat.
It's so hard, Chester.
This PlayerProps, yeah.
It's so hard, Chester.
Sit this PlayerProps, yeah. This PlayerProps on a mission, and with all these bets, we don't see competition. Money line the predictor is helping us get it. Team trends 1 or 2, yeah, you know it's exquisite. Join the score, yeah, you know what it is. The community thriving, we taking our time, just run us all up. It's the best with alignment, we do it with care, we ain't wasting a diamond. Getting this bread, educated, we betting the spread. Only if it makes sense, we ain't greedy opinion. We check our hand out, then we having our reasons. PlayerProps betting, but without the mutiny. This is what knowledge it means opportunity. Making deposits, that's nothing that's new to me. This one betting, we building up unity. This PlayerProps, yeah. We're running research. We running it up with every tool, you know in each perk. Show tested them waters, he helping you swim even if it's feet first. Knowledge strategies and all you need to help you eat your said this PlayerProps, yeah. We're running research. We running it up with every tool, you know in each perk. Show tested them waters, he helping you swim even if it's feet first. Knowledge strategies and all you need to help you eat your Hey, this is PlayerProps.ai, this for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Trevor's tested waters help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat. PlayerProps.ai, This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat. And to help you keep working out the system till you work out your position and your personal top commission. The perks you gotta listen, help you curb the competition. Got them wishing that they had the app earlier. Surely, them haters try to catch some white stones, but it's earlier. Load up the app, make my predictions and get the serving. The player prop predictor is sicker than having hernia. Betting trends like an elixir for pit, but it's just a PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are back for our every Sunday NFL morning show that it should be carved into your arm, it should be tattooed to your forehead, and at minimum should be plugged into your alarm clock so you make sure you don't miss it. 11 a.m. Eastern Time, every NFL Sunday. We go live right here on this channel you're watching, and we do $2 and a dream. If this is your first time tuning in, let me explain how this show works. What we do right now is everybody in the chat, they are dropping their single favorite NFL pick for Week 4 Sunday. So right now, if you have your favorite pick out of everything that exists right now for sports betting, NFL plays, Week 4, drop it in the gosh dang YouTube chat. If you're watching this on another channel right now and you want to be part of the show, you can still tune in on whatever you're watching. But if you want to be part of the show, you got to go to the YouTube chat. You got to go to YouTube to pull up the video and chat, because that's where we're pulling all the questions from. So what's happening again? People are dropping the favorite pick in. In a second, I'm going to go through each NFL bet of everyone's favorite pick for today. We're going to use the PlayerProps.ai app, which is what you see on the screen behind me or around me, I guess. And then if the AI agrees with it, we're going to lock it in. The goal is to create a parlay that we know is not going to hit. This is everybody in the chat, everybody viewing, agreeing that we're going to be lighting $2 on fire. This is going to be a parlay that has a less than 1% implied chance of hitting. We just do this for fun because the winning actually happens on every other episode except for this one. That's where you practice your BRM, your bankroll management, your 20-80-20 rule. That's when you use the app as designed. You create a situation where you set yourself up for the maximum chance to profit. And then because we have tens of thousands of people following the guidelines, having success, this is kind of like an outlier show where, hey, you guys are doing this here, you're having success with this. Let's have just a little bit of fun. Let's agree to light $2 on fire and try to turn it into 5,000. So what you see on the screen right now, you see a handful of things. So over here, this is actually the live chat on the side of the screen. So these are people that are currently at this very second dropping their single favorite pick in. Right here, when you type in the YouTube chat, it'll pop up on the gosh dang screen. Now, below me, this is PlayerProps.ai. Here's some little tidbits of information. If you ever need help with anything whatsoever, PlayerProps.ai or sports betting related, it's very easy. You just have to ask for help. If you've never signed up for anything premium before, we're doing a week pass. If you want to get it for free, all you have to do is open up your browser and type in PlayerProps.ai/weekpass to get that. And then the very bottom bar goes over the app that you're seeing to the far right of the screen. This is wannaparlay.online. Go to your browser, Google Chrome, Safari, don't give a crap. Type in wannaparlay.online, download this app. It's available in 22 different states. And if you're like, I wonder what those states are, let me show you. Here are the 22 states that have wannaparlay.online. So again, wannaparlay.online. If you're in a purple state, a light purple state, there's 22 of them. You go here, you go to the wannaparlay.online, you go to that website, you download the app, and then of course, as you see on the screen, it says use promo code PlayerProps for a $250 deposit bonus. If you want a free $250, download it and then use PlayerProps when it asks for the promo code. That easy. But we have the app pulled up. This is not just a screenshot. This is actually a live screen share. They have this one contest, which is what we focus our show around here, called the Hail Mary. A $2 prayer because, again, it's not going to hit. This is something we do for fun. So we're going to tap on this to enter that to play now. And then it's not just football. You can do a basketball, baseball, hockey, soccer. You can plug in a bunch of different things. But of course, for this show, we're mainly focused on NFL. If you see the requirements to put this parlay together, it says you have to have at least one player prop. You can't just pick everything from one game. You have to have two different games involved. You have to have at least two picks, which is a no-brainer. And then the minimum points has to be 999. So it's in order for you to qualify the parlay as a $2 to $5,000 entry or contest, we got to get to 999. So typically what we've been doing the last few shows, I think it's like 11 or 12 picks will give us to that 999 minimum point score. But yeah, again, if you're locking all these in, you are in agreement, A, that you're not spending more than $2, because if I see you say, oh man, I just lost $10 because I locked this in, didn't hit, we will ban you from the app and the community Discord for life because you're ignoring the guidelines. The guidelines here are A, you're in agreement that you're lighting $2 on fire, and B, you're in agreement that you're not spending any more than $2 on this contest. This is not going to work out for you. This is something we do for fun. If you actually want to win and not light money on fire, pay attention to everything else that we've taught you, from our 845 different YouTube videos teaching you how to lose less and win more, from using the PlayerProps.ai app, which is an award-winning app for education, for research, for strategy, the Discord, and I've been stressing this on every video that I've done this week. If you are using PlayerProps.ai, if you have interest in losing less and winning more, you also have to be in the Discord with your account synced. There is far too many of you who are using PlayerProps.ai on your own as a lone wolf, not part of the community, which works together every single day, saying, hey, I found this on the app. What do you guys think? Do you like this? Feedback, camaraderie. The Discord is not an option. It is mandatory. If you are using PlayerProps.ai, you need to be in the Discord. You are shooting yourself in the foot by saying, oh, well, I don't have a Discord account. That's what I assume your voice sounds like when you complain about creating an account on a free service called Discord. So let's go through. We have a lot of you guys who've already dropped your favorite thing in, your favorite play for today. So keep, again, if you haven't yet, drop it in the YouTube chat. If you're a psychopath, you don't understand this works, and you're tagging me in Discord or asking me a question in Discord, I'm not sure if anybody is, but we're going to be doing the show for like 45, 50 minutes. So if you are asking questions in Discord, remember, I'm not going to pay attention or answer them. We're looking at the YouTube chat only right now. Let's get to it. All right, what was the first thing that we dropped in here? Skylar came in and said Brandon Aubrey over 1.5 field goals. We do kicking point projections, so that includes field goals and extra points. We don't have field goal specific projections we have in the app. It's just overall kicking points, because the Wanna Parlay app that you see on the screen does not have field goal props. It has kicking point props. But that being said, we can just tap that in while we're going through everything else. So let me see here. So I see on the screen, like, again, this is a live screen share. This is of the wannaparlay.online. You can have if you have two different screens, you can have, you can have the YouTube stream pulled up and then have this on another phone. It's up to you. But yeah, so it's over 7.5 kicking points, which again, field goal is 3, extra points are 1. So in this, he essentially has to do 2 field goals or 3 field goals or 2 field goals and then 2 extra points. Because that's not the same as just getting 2 field goals in general, which is 6 points. I'm actually not going to lock that in right now. Dylan in YouTube chat said Juwan Jennings over receiving yards. That's something that we do project for. So let's see what we have here. So we have the NFL prop predictor pulled up. Jennings is on San Francisco, so we're going to find San Francisco, tap on that one. The default is already receiving yards, so now we're just going to see. Oh, did I not click on that? Oh, there we go. I clicked on refresh instead of going to the stat that I wanted to go on. So, okay, we have it now segmented to this game. Juwan Jennings right here. So his receiving yard line on DraftKings anyway is 43.5. His projection's 46. So technically, yes, projection saying over, but there's not enough juice there. Jacksonville, through their last 3 games, rank 18th overall in total pass yards allowed, which is kind of in the middle. We can see real quick. Yeah, his line's still 43.5 on Wanna Parlay. So, I mean, I'll lock it in because we have to get it to a certain amount of picks. But if you're actually betting on this and a slip that you intend to hit, there's not enough sexiness there but we're going to add it for this this parlay. Okay. What's the next one? Kyle in YouTube chat, Kyle Usher says, Chubba Hubba rushing yards. So let's do Chubba Hubba rushing yards. So we're going to unselect Jacksonville, San Francisco. We're going to go to rushing yards here. And then we're going to go to the Carolina New England game. Chubba Hubba. So you see this big thing that's red staring you right in the face? This is saying that the Patriots have the best run defense in the NFL. They are 31st, almost best run defense, but they're 31st in total rushing yards allowed. So Chubba does have a projection that is decently high compared to the line. Essentially a trifecta. So everything here I like. I'm just not a fan of New England being super stout in rush defense. I believe the AI likes Carolina winning this game. So I feel like 50 is not a hard number to hit as a starting back. But clearly, you have to pay attention to the fact that the Patriots have a super stout run defense. But for the sake of the show, we'll add it in for now with the potential possibility of removing it later. So we have one pick. The total points, as you see in the bottom left of the screen, says 1.85. We got to get that to at least 1,000. Well, technically to at least 999. So the more we add, of course, just like parlays, the more the multiplier goes up. Where is Chubba Hubbies? Carolina. There we go. Rushing yards. Chubba over. Okay. So what is the next one we have here? Nelson, Jahmyr Gibbs receptions. So not rushing or receiving yards. We're looking at receptions. Let me untoggle rushing yards. Go to DraftKings here. So we're not looking at this game specifically anymore. We're now looking at the Detroit game. So we're going to untoggle that. We're going to then scan, find Detroit here versus Cleveland. So for receptions, Gibbs, implied chance, the sportsbook say he's going to go over. He's got a nice 71.4% accuracy. His line is 3.5. His projection's 4.2. 20% difference. Yeah. He's hit this 80% of his last 10 games, 80% of his last 5, 67% of the time on the season so far. Because Cleveland has such a great pass and rush defense, I can only assume that Jared Goff is going to get destroyed, or they're going to attempt to destroy him. And so he's going to have that dump off pass, even if it's not even if Jahmyr Gibbs isn't the number one target. I feel like he's going to get a lot of receptions just based on him wanting to save his life and get the ball out of his hands as quickly as possible. So based on that analogy or that theory, Gibbs over passing receptions makes a little bit of sense. Joshua, Kraft receiving yards, he says. So as you see, we have 3 picks. And if you look in the bottom left, or look at the app, the Wanna Parlay app, it says 3. That's the number of picks. In the bottom left, we have 5.91. We have to get that again to 999. But as you start adding more and more, the multiplier keeps increasing more and more, just like it does with parlays. It's all the same concept. But we're looking for, what did Joshua say? Kraft over receiving yards. So we're going to go to receiving yards. We're going to untoggle receptions. We're then going to go to Green Bay, where Tyler Kraft is the tight end. That is a nighttime game, the Sunday Night Football. Speaking of Sunday Night Football, I have emailed you multiple times this week, including this weekend. I have blasted it in Discord to you multiple times this week. If you still have yet to watch the 4 NFL shows that you probably haven't watched yet, if you're like, what is he talking about? We have Sunday Night Football, our best plays for Sunday night, which is 8:20 p.m. tonight, which means you have 9 hours to watch that video and learn from what I teach you in that. We already have a video up for Monday Night Football. There's 2 different games where we look at both of them. We find our favorite plays and teach you how to use the app for Monday Night Football. There's a Survivor episode out, so if you haven't locked in your Survivor pick yet, you have like an hour and a half to do that. Watch that video. And then, of course, we have our spread contest, which is the $1 million to first place, the biggest spread contest in the country. We're also in the biggest Survivor contest in the country. And so those are videos that are currently available on this YouTube channel. If you do not watch them, and people are winning that do watch them, you can't complain that you're not winning if, again, you don't watch the videos I make for you. I don't make them for me. I make them for you guys. I don't record videos so I can watch them later. I record videos so you can watch them later. Anywho, Kraft. We didn't unselect Cleveland, Detroit. I was like, what the heck? So, Kraft. Few things we like here. One, Dallas has the worst pass defense in the NFL. They are ranked first in total pass yards allowed. That's good for Tucker Kraft. The projection is not too sexy. It is technically higher than the line, but it's like 2.27, which isn't super sexy. And the fact that he hasn't done this too much this season. His line is up to 44.5 on DraftKings. It started at 41.5, so it's gone up 3 since it first opened. He crushed Washington. Didn't get too much against Cleveland or Detroit this season. But again, we kind of like the fact that Dallas has the worst pass defense. They are first in TPYA, which is saying they have the most pass yards allowed. Most total pass yards allowed. That's what this is. So, we'll lock him in for the sake of the show, but I'm not in love with him as a single pick, though. All right. Green Bay tonight. Receiving yards, Kraft, over. So now we're at 10.94. It's going to, again, as we keep adding things, the multiplier will kick up pretty quickly here. If you're just tuning in, this app that we're locking things in on is called wannaparlay.online. If you remember where you live, which is very important in case you get lost because stranger danger, but if you do remember what state you live in and you're looking at the screen right now and you're like, the state I live in is light purple, then you need to open up Google Chrome and or Safari or whatever browser you use and type in Wanna, W-A-N-N-A, Parlay, P-A-R-L-A-Y.online. You go there, you download that. It's available on iOS and Android. And then you, as you see on this bottom of the screen right now, Player Props is how you get your free $250 bonus. It's a deposit match at the highest deposit match in DFS in the country. You can't get a better one than that. So again, light purple means you can play on the app we're playing on, which is what we're trying to turn $2 into $5,000 on. Anywho, so we did Tucker Kraft. What's the next one we got? Giovanni in the chat on YouTube, which again, if you want me to read what you're doing or what your favorite play is, you need to go to YouTube and type it in the YouTube chat. If you're watching this on any other software service or social media app, it only matters if you type it in on YouTube chat. Giovanni Johnston over 48.5. I saw a lot of people talking about this play. This is a trifecta play, I believe. A lot of people were going back and forth on this one. Johnston, I believe he's the only trifecta right now. Maybe not on DraftKings, but at least another book. So they're talking about Quentin Johnson, who we hit on last week. So Giants have the second worst passing defense. We just targeted Kraft versus the worst passing defense. It all depends on where you can get his line at. So right now in DraftKings, it's already up to 51.5. If you could have got it a lot less, it would have been a trifecta. Some people are saying that the Chargers are going to be up so high so quickly, or up so much so quickly that they're just going to like run a lot. But you have to factor in multiple things. Giants are starting a different quarterback for the first time that may not be as bad as Russell Wilson has been. So this game might be a lot closer than you think. Also, the Giants have the second worst pass defense in the NFL. You're going to need to pass eventually to get that kind of lead. Let me see what line Wanna has right now. So yeah, Wanna has a line that's 3 yards cheaper. So I think on Wanna it is a trifecta. But yeah, so Quentin Johnston's been doing a lot better. He's been a lot of attention. The fact that Keenan Allen's back is very good for him because Keenan Allen demands a lot of attention from the secondary. He does have a sub 50% accuracy, but a lot of these games are when he forgot that he had to catch the ball as a receiver. This season so far, he's done a pretty good job of remembering he has to catch the ball as a receiver, which is why you see he has a 100% hit rate this season. I think this is going to be closer of a game than people think. And again, the Giants have a horrible pass defense. He is a deep ball kind of guy, so he can actually probably get this on 2 receptions. But yeah, we'll tap that in for right now. All right, who's next? David Lent in the YouTube chat is going to a prop that we have hit multiple times already on our shows this week. Or not this week, sorry, this season. Lamar Jackson over 1.5 passing touchdowns. We have printed many cash with this prop, with this player. He has hit this a ton of times this season. So before I even do that, I don't think anybody's talked about the worst quarterback in the league, Spencer Rattler. But his line is only 0.5, and the AI says he should definitely be getting at least one passing touchdown. I feel like it's really hard to play 4 quarters of a football game and not get a passing touchdown. Getting 2, that's the other thing. But getting 1, I feel like Jackson Dart, first career game starting, also has an over, but nowhere near Spencer Rattler's over. Spencer Rattler can like dump off pass to Alvin Kamara, and Alvin Kamara can, even though he's getting a little dusty, he's getting a little old, he still can, shake and bake and juke for a decent long receiving touchdown. So I wonder what the odds are on a parlay for Spencer Rattler passing touchdowns. Anywho, we're talking about Lamar Jackson passing touchdowns. Look at this green here. This is why this guy just passes touchdowns. That's what he does. This is a game of 2 elite teams that were Super Bowl favorites preseason. One of these 2 teams of Baltimore, Kansas City is going to have a 1-3 record at the end of this game. How crazy is that? That Kansas City or Baltimore will be 1-3. But Lamar Jackson's confidence is going up. In the last 2 games, he's gotten at least 3 passing touchdowns or more. We're going to go ahead and lock him in here. He hasn't failed us yet. Baltimore is... Where are you? Why am I blind? Oh, I am blind. Passing touchdowns. Lamar Jackson, 1.5. So now we're at 34. So as you see, the multiplier is kicking up in a little bit. It's getting a little crazier now. Okay, Morbid. I don't think we have longest reception as a prop in one parlay. Let's see. Ashton over rushing yards. This guy came into the chat and dropped 100 different picks. Morbid. If you don't know what's going on, let me recap this. You drop your single favorite pick. If you drop 100 picks, I have no idea what your single favorite pick is. Do not drop 100 picks. Drop your single favorite pick. So while you figure that out, we will get back to you. But skip into the people who are, Morbid says, my 7 plays have a better chance of hitting more than yours, David Lent. Oh, I think David said something along the lines of Morbid follow the rules, and then Morbid threw a little hissy fit. So Morbid, yeah. David's just defending the fact that the show exists and there's rules and guidelines to follow. It's not dropping 7 plays because you can't have a single favorite out of 7. That's the whole point of dropping your single favorite. So rewind and try again. Matthew, inside the chat, says CMC under 72.5 rushing yards. I think somebody brought this up to me in chat earlier this morning. I don't really like anything from the San Francisco game because Brock Purdy is back, and I'm just kind of looking at... I'm afraid to touch anything from this game, team bet or prop bet, because it's shifted from the last 2 weeks where we had Mac Jones being the starter. And so I want to give it, anytime a new quarterback comes into play, whether it's a guy returning from injury or a guy coming in because of an injury, I typically want to give it like a game before we get a little too crazy. But I believe CMC, yeah, so his line is up to 74.5. He hasn't hit that yet this season. The AI so far through 4 games with CMC rushing yards has been 100% accurate, and it's saying that he's going to get under 74.5, which means, of course, he can still get the line as long as he doesn't get more than the line. So he can still get 74. So we're looking at San Francisco. I think, can we do... Yeah, we can do rushing yards CMC. So, yeah, it's actually a yard higher on won a parlay, so we even get a little bonus there. We're up to 63 points. We need to get to 999, so we're going to keep going here. Chico, what's going on, man? Justin Herbert over passing yards. Herbie. Oop. We have to unselect Jacksonville, San Francisco, and we have to select Herbie. Justin Herbert. We already talked about how we were targeting one of his two favorites receivers because the New York Giants have one of the worst passing defenses. I don't think it'll let us put that together. Yeah, because of the correlation's too high. But it's something decent to look at because his line's 250. He's versing the second worst pass defense. The projection's 272. His line got as high as 257.5, and it's all the way down to 250 now. So I think that's something definitely to consider. It just won't let us put those two together for this. We can't do CMC over receiving yards and under rushing yards, but that's still something that's interesting. Morbid is still complaining like a little sissy girl, so I will have to remove you from this channel because you still don't understand that we have guidelines and you have to follow them. You have been banned, good sir. Maybe next time, pay attention. David, don't worry, I got your back, man. Yeah. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but there's a zero tolerance for trolls. You decide you want to be a troll, there's a little boot hitting you in the bottom, kicking you out of here. We don't got time for your nonsense. Sports betting's for adults, not 10-year-olds. Ephraim. Jameis, over 22.5 longest receptions. We do have projections for that, but we can't not for one a parlay. I don't think they have, I'm pretty positive they don't have longest receptions. No, they just have receiving yards and receptions. Sam, Rashawn Gary, over 1 sack. Is that what his line is right now? So Rashawn Gary, I believe, is a defensive tackle for Green Bay. Let me see. It looks like sacks aren't currently available right now for one a parlay, but I don't hate that pick though. Chico says Kansas is going to be the 1-3 team. And the Ravens win. So speaking of Ravens win, I understand that the app's called PlayerProps.ai. I understand that's what this channel is called. But we have an insane amount of team stuff. Not only do we have moneyline game totals and spread predictor tools that are doing very well, but we just added something new just for this NFL season. Not just for this NFL season, but starting with this NFL season. Now we've added it for all the other leagues as well, but it's a team total. So we can go over under how many points a specific team is going to score, not just how many points are going to get scored in the game. But if you haven't dropped something yet, do drop it in there because we're still pretty far away from our $9.99. I'm trying to remember all of the show stuff we did. So for Green Bay, what was our... I don't think Kraft was the play. Trying to remember, what was the Green Bay prop? Somebody remind me from our YouTube show for Sunday Night Football, what was the Green Bay prop? Or the Green Bay Dallas prop? Trying to remember what we locked in. Javonte Miles, is it passing? I don't think so. I don't know. I'll have to get back to that in a second. I'm trying to remember what play we locked in. Yeah, so we're going to continue to go through some other things here. So while you guys are dropping in more, I didn't want to do all. While you're dropping in more of your favorite props, it was J Will under rush. Okay, that makes sense. I'm not sure what the line was on the show, but if it was worse or better than 50.5, but we'll put that in there. So yeah, now we're at 116, so we need to continuously add things to get again to 999, so we can lock this in, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. So I'm back to receiving. I'm gonna get rid of this. Okay, we're on all games. I don't have any filters right now. Nick Chubb. Yeah, this is too crazy. I want to. There's a reason why we focus on lines that are 40 and higher. He says 51.5 on the show. So yeah, it's just only a yard difference. I mean, that could be the breaking point, but it's not as bad as it being like 5 yards difference. So Juju Smith-Schuster, so Baltimore is the 4th worst passing defense. You have to remember that Xavier Worthy's back, but I don't know like how back he is. So he got hurt like game 1, Xavier Worthy, and so even game 2, Juju only got 5 receiving yards against Philly, and then he got 55 against the Giants. So Xavier Worthy is back, but I don't know if they're going to give him like 100% of his normal snaps. So maybe Juju over is something interesting to look at, even though the sports books give a higher implied side to his under. But I don't think I want to lock that in right now. Yeah, so if you, wait, we had A+ said Rome over. I'm guessing you mean receiving yards. I think that was something I was looking at earlier. This guy is definitely coming in to being a legit receiver. But let's see what the AI says. The AI does not like his over because his line right now is 63.5, even though Las Vegas is the 10th worst passing defense in total passing yards allowed. His projection is slightly under a 63.5 line. But for kicks and giggles, what we're going to do is we're going to actually pull up his live line right now on the show for want to parlay. 64.5, so it's even worse. So yeah, I'm not going to go over on Rome. You said over, right? Yeah, you said over. Josh said Panthers plus 5.5. Yeah, so there's a spread contest I do where every week you have to pick 5 spreads. And they lock in the spreads Friday or Thursday morning. They go, here's the spreads for the week. They'll never change. These are locked in. So if you want to wait for news for something, you can. And then you choose 5 spreads. And every spread pick you get right, you get a point. Every spread that's a push, you get half a point. And if you're not right, you get no points. Whoever has the most total points at the end of the NFL regular season, it's over $1 million. So that's a contest we're doing. I don't know if I wiped all of these away. Okay, so I saved these as my favorites during the show that I recorded that you should have watched by now, that I've emailed you multiple times and blasted in Discord. But these were the plays from the show, and I mentioned to you guys in Discord that we didn't do Washington with the news that Jaden Daniels and Scary Terry are out. So it's definitely not something we're looking at now. But what we did, what I mentioned to you guys in the Discord, is that we replaced it with Carolina, which is what Joshua just mentioned. So we can, I don't know how many of those are going to be available because of all the props we picked from the game, but we can look at those to see how far up they go. So we have, I think we went Texans. Hold on. Yeah, we went Houston spread. We went Colts spread. We're at 440 right now. And then, oh, that's right. We had the Jets, but the Jets play tomorrow, and for this want to parlay, you can't pick the tomorrow ones at the moment. I think we were originally looking at Tampa Bay plus 3.5, so I'll pull that up here again because I'm pretty sure the AI still likes that. So we know that, and they barely like the 3.5. So we know that Mike Evans is out, which is the only thing I'm tentative on when it comes to that spread. But this is still interesting. So the AI knows that the starting quarterback and the best receiver, I guess it's arguable which one's better between Debo and Scary Terry. They're both really good, but it still says that Washington can squeak out a dub, even though with all that news. I mean, Washington was a much higher favorite before the news, but the fact that they're still favorite is interesting. What else? Trying to think here. So Tampa. So yeah, Philly's got a 54% chance to win, which is a negative difference, which means do not bet on their money line. So maybe we will. I think what I'd like better here than 3.5 is Baker to get 2 passing touchdowns. what's the Philly pass defense? Let's go to our team trends. Team trends tool, NFL. Total passing yards allowed is what we're looking for. So where is Philly on this list? They allow 190.33 pass yards a game. So they're near the bottom. I don't think Baker's going to have an amazing performance. I just think that he's going to have to score. They're going to have to score at least 14 points. And I don't see... Let me look at their rushing yards allowed. Oh, so they've allowed the 9th most rushing yards. So do we think they just keep getting to the 1 yard line and then just running it in? Or do we think that he can actually get 2 passing touchdowns? Let's just pull up what the predictor says for his passing touchdowns. So yeah, we're at 440 points. So I think like two more props should get us at the 999 we need. But right now I'm considering Baker TDs. Yeah, it says 1.58. That's not a huge difference, but I don't know. I think just based on game script and the fact that Tampa Bay plus 3.5 is favored, I think that'll put us... Oh, look at that. That'll put us at 987. So I have an idea. So we are now 12 points away. What else do we have in the chat here? Colts, yeah. Kyron Williams rushing and receiving, Sam says. I know you said 1 pick, but not too many people are putting in plays. So here's just one more. Oh, no, Chico, it's cool. Yeah, it's just the dum-dum we had to boot out. He just kept posting pics and then crying like a little... I don't want to say little girl because I don't want to be degrading to little children or little girls for that matter, but crying like a little sissy because people are calling him out for not following the rules than him complaining about it. So, anywho, Kyron Williams rushing and receiving. I'm going to look at that real quick before I say what I was going to say before I read that. Kyron Williams rushing and receiving. An interesting catch there, Mr. Sam Pines. But without even filtering for a game, he has the absolute highest percentage difference of any player that's playing today on Sunday. 79.5 is the line. Projections 95. So in theory, I don't think we have a trifecta for the combo stat, but this I think would be a trifecta where the sportsbooks are favoring the over, the projections at least 20% difference in the same direction that the AI is saying, and the minimum line seems okay as well. Yeah, I don't mind this. Let's see if we can add that in. Or is it too much? You already have too many picks for that. Hold on. Rams here. Rushing and receiving. Kyron over 86.5. Oh my gosh, that line is so much higher on Wanna. Yeah, that's 7 yards higher. That's a good pick though, but it's not going to make sense for this app right now. Rashad White over 13.5. I don't know if it'll let us double up. So anyway, this is what I was going to mention. So how this contest works, the $2 and the $5,000 contest for everybody that's locking this in on the exact app we're playing on, which again, as you see in the bottom of the screen, is called Parlay.online. If you live in a state that is a light purple on this map here, there's 22 states, 2. If you don't know, there's 50 states in the U.S., 22 of them are light purple. If you live, or if you spend a lot of time in a light purple state, it's in your best interest to right now pull up Google Chrome, Safari, Firefox, Internet Explorer, AOL Online, doesn't matter. Pull up your favorite browser, type in wannaparlay.online. As you see in the very bottom of the screen, in 2 seconds, it'll switch over. It'll tell you how to spell it. wannaparlay.online. See, right there. You go do that, and then once you create your free account, use the promo code PlayerProps, and that's what gives you the $250 bonus for the sign-up bonus. Anywho, if all these things hit, not every single person is going to win 5,000 because it works like a leaderboard. Whoever hits all their picks and then has the highest point total, which you see on my phone is in the bottom left, So first off, it has to be at least $9.99, but whoever has the highest point total, they get the $5,000 from the $2 bet, right? So now that we have 11 picks that we like at the 987, what I recommend to do on every show is lock in those 11 and then go to any MLB game that's today. So this is the last day of the MLB regular season, and just tap on see player picks. You see where there's over under home runs and stolen bases. Just find somebody with a high over. So you see Austin Hedges, his over is 11. So let's say I'm going to say he's not going to hit a home run. So you see on the bottom left, we've hit our minimum requirement of $9.99, and because I added Austin Edges under home run, which I'm saying for you, do not add this player as your 12th. You want to have a player where it has a different point value, but preferably higher than 1,036.78. So let's say, for example, you added Angel Martinez under home runs. Your point total would be higher than mine, and so if he doesn't hit a home run and our other 11 NFL picks hit, you get $5,000. And it's only at $2. So $2 into $5,000, that's how this works. So I'm not going to recommend which player to go under home run on. You have to decide that for yourself, because we cannot all have the exact same point total, because we can't all have $5,000. So for the 12th pick, just find a batter playing on the MLB game today and go under their home run. Now, that being said, let us review our 11 NFL plays, not counting that home run. So starting from the top, ladies and gents, here is our recap that you've waited all show for. Baker Mayfield, 1.5 passing touchdowns, over. Chubba Hubba, over 52.5 rushing yards. Quentin Johnson, over 48.5 receiving yards. Jahmyr Gibbs, I don't know why I keep saying Jamar. Jahmyr Gibbs, over 3.5 receptions. Houston, minus 7.5. They're actually the second highest survivor team as well this week. Number one is the Bills. People are using their Bills pick very early over a horrendous New Orleans Saints team, which I'm definitely rooting for the Saints winning that game because that'll knock out a lot of that survivor pool. We have 2 picks from the Jacksonville-San Fran game. We got JJ over 43.5 receiving yards. CMC under 75.5 rushing yards. Colts to cover a plus 3.5 spread. Lamar Jackson over 1.5 passing touchdowns, which he's hit every single game over the last 10 plus. Tucker Kraft versus the worst passing defense, over 43.5 receiving yards. Javonte Williams versus a very stout rushing defense, under 50.5 rushing yards. And then, of course, the last play you're locking in is the under home run prop of your choice. So, one more time, I'm going to quickly go through these. Baker Mayfield, 1.5 touchdowns, over. Chubba Hubba, 52.5 over rushing yards. Quentin Johnson, over 48.5 receiving yards. Jahmyr Gibbs, over 3.5 receptions. Texans to cover the spread. Receiving for the Juwan Jennings, over 43.5. Rushing for CMC, under 75.5. Colts spread. Lamar Jackson passing touchdowns, over 1.5. Tucker Kraft, over 43.5 receiving yards. Javonte Williams, under 50.5 receiving yards. And then again, the under home run prop of your choice. Ladies and gentlemen, we just locked that in. So please, for the love of holy, do not choose the same MLB under home run prop, because we can't all have $5,000. But I'm happy that we are able to lock that in on the first attempt, because if you remember last week, we went to go lock it in, and it's like these odds have changed, and we had to remove one and add one because it took us so long to build the whole thing. So that, ladies and gents, is how the $2,000 to $5,000 show works. You watch the show, you agree to the terms and conditions, which is, yes, Teacher Travis, I agree that I'm lighting $2 on fire, and this parlay is not going to hit, but we're doing this as a fun community event just to have a little extra sauce in the games today. If you use this as I wonder if PlayerProps.ai is good or not, that is not what this is. This is not how people are dropping winning screenshots on a daily basis. This is the complete opposite of all of our guidelines. This is just a fun Sunday morning NFL thing that we do. And if it gets to a point where I see too many people abusing the fact that we do this show, where they're complaining because all of the picks didn't hit, where I see them doing more than $2, which is the maximum that you're allowed to do, not on the app, what I'm telling you the maximum you're allowed to do, then I may not continue it. But so far, so good. People understand this is something we do for fun. We'll continue the Q&A in the Discord. The Discord is free to join, as well as the app is free to download. If you are someone who is not a fan of losing every single bet they make, it's in your best interest to download the PlayerProps.ai app. That's what we're using on screen to determine if something's good or not. And then also get into the PlayerProps.ai Discord. And if you're saying, well, I don't really know how to get to the PlayerProps.ai Discord. In the top left of the app, there's the Discord logo. Tap on the Discord logo, it gets you in the Discord. Then, once you join the Discord, go back to the PlayerProps.ai app, click the person icon to the left of that logo. It's a little human head person icon. That goes to the profile page. And then at the profile page, there's a big blue button that's staring you right in the face that says Connect Discord. Tap on the Connect Discord, log into your Discord account, and that's going to connect your PlayerProps.ai to your Discord account. And it's going to unlock all the wonderful channels we have for you. So good luck for everything you're doing today, guys. Make good decisions, follow bankroll management, follow the 20-80-20 rule, and hopefully we have another great day of profit today. But I appreciate you guys tuning in, and if you haven't yet, on your way out, smash the thumbs up on this live stream, but most importantly, subscribe to this channel. We are so close to 10,000 subscribers. I can smell it, and I know there's at least 1 or 2 people watching this that are not subscribed to the YouTube channel. So do that before you do anything else, because it gives you good juju. And you want good juju because you're betting real money on real events.